Hello and thanks for watching. My name is JR and today I just want to kind of share my journey to choosing the Legend 400. I know there's very limited information out there on this new round. I've scoured the internet. I've looked for accuracy reports. I've looked for what kind of guns guys are choosing, and certainly if any deer had been harvested. And I was able to come across some limited information out there, which ultimately led to me going with the 400 Legend over, say, the 350 Legend. But I wanted to shoot this video. I know it's getting close to hunting season. It's, I believe, October 19th here in Indiana, so we're less than a month away from the farm opener, and just want to discuss this new round. I know probably several of you guys are out there debating if you want the 400 Legend, if you want to go with it over the 350 Legend, or possibly even the 450 Bushmaster. I know Remington's also got out the new 360 Buckhammer, which also kind of intrigued me as well. But ultimately, I landed on this rifle, on this round. I'm going to go over accuracy also, which is maybe what most of you are really looking for. But this little round certainly intrigued me. I didn't want a shoulder thumper like the 450 Bushmaster, but I also felt like the 350 Legend was maybe a little bit light in the pants. One thing that did stick out to me when scouring the internet and looking for information is there was a guy that had said I guess he had a deer drone recovery service, and he had never been called out to recover a deer that had been shot with a 450 Bushmaster, but had been called out on several with 350 Legend. So that certainly stuck in my head when choosing this round. I did consider the 350 Legend just because of the ammo availability. The 450 Bushmaster, what I think we all like about that round is we like the fact that it puts the deer down. I don't like tracking deer. I want them down. I shoot them, and I'm sure several of you are also in the same boat. So the 400 Legend kind of fit the in-between there, in my opinion. There was a guy that had shot 3 deer. I think the furthest one ran 50 yards. I believe they were all does. And then there was a guy that had shot a buck and had dropped it, but it was a smaller buck from the information that I found online. So none of that obviously confirmed, but that's what I was able to read. Again, limited information out there. I understand that. And so hopefully this video is going to help everybody, with maybe choosing the 400 Legend for their farm season. To be honest with you, I don't have to use a straight wall cartridge where I hunt at. It is private ground. I typically use a 6.5 Creedmoor or a 243. So again, I don't like the recoil. That's why I shied away from the 450 Bushmaster, and I've had great success with both of those rounds. The first rifle I looked at, I was at an academy, and they had a Ruger American II, which to me is a really nice looking rifle. Again, the 2 rifles I have are the Ruger Americans and Predator, and phenomenal accuracy out of those guns. I have no complaints. What I didn't like about this gun at the academy was the bolt was very hard to maneuver. To be honest with you, it was very stiff. And then most of you guys are familiar with the Ruger American platforms. You know that you have the magazine that sticks out here on the bottom, and I know it's the case with the 350 Legend. It's also the case with the 400 Legend, and when I handling that rifle, it just did not feel normal to me. So that, along with the bolt being kind of stiff, it just wasn't a go for me. But went to another dealer. They had a few options. They had the Savage into 110 Hog Hunter, nice gun, a little bit more than what I wanted to spend. They had a Mossberg Patriot, really nice rifle. The problem is he only had them in black synthetic stock, and I'm just not a fan of that black synthetic. It's cheap looking in my opinion, but I will say that the bolt cycled very clean. Good looking rifle. Just if they'd have had it in like an OD green or a camouflage or a Woodstock, I probably would have gone with that. And I think the price was like $429 on that. So really nice price on it. Another dealer did have a 400 Legend and a Savage Axis XP. So the XP comes with the Bushnell scope, comes with the rings. I really liked the way that this rifle looked, it was kind of like a military camo on it. I did not see that on Savage's website, so I don't know if that was a special makeup for them. But again, the boat was extremely hard to work. Even the guy behind the counter was like, yeah, it just seems like something's wrong with that. And the one thing I did notice is, you know, if you look at this is a Savage Axis 2 Pro. And so it has the upgraded boat, which I believe is also on the non-pro models. And that gun had like the old Savage boat on it. So I don't know if that was a special make for them or what, but it was certainly hard to function the boat. And just, you know, I wasn't going to buy a gun that was already, in my opinion, having issues, you know, with, again, just cycling. So got online, I found this Savage Axis 2 Pro, and ultimately this is the gun I ended up with. It's a little bit nicer than the Savage Axis 2. You know, you get the Picatinny rail up top, you get a threaded barrel, so if you want to put a muzzle brake or suppressor on there, I probably will not do that. And then it's also got this Woodland, the Savage Woodland is what they call it, camo, which, you know, I really liked. And so it's also got the Cerakote barrel and action on it, which was a huge plus. And so I ordered it. It was actually here in like 5-6 days. I was worried about picking it up and how that boat was going to function, but was very pleasantly surprised at how easy it is to maneuver. So I'll just kind of work this boat, show you guys. As you can see, it is very smooth. I can tell you the bolts on those other two guns was extremely hard, and that's the reason I ultimately ended up not buying them and ordering this online. So mounted a Riton scope on here, and have been very happy with it. Took it to the range the other day. We're going to give you the accuracy results here in just a second, and which is probably what a lot of you guys are tuning in for. But I'm looking forward to getting this out in the woods this year, and you know, hopefully harvesting a nice buck or doe with the new Legend 400. So stay tuned, and we'll get you those results here from the range. All right, so this is probably what most of you guys tuned in for, is you want to see what kind of accuracy I was able to get at the range. I do not have my sheets from last week when I shot the 215 grain PowerPoint, so you have to just kind of take my word for it. About 2 1/4 inch is what I was getting with Winchester PowerPoint 215 grain. So I was able to actually find some 190 XP online, actually DNW Outdoors down in Arkansas. Had it online, so I ordered some of that, got it in. It's got the polymer tip on it, so I did expect a little bit more accuracy out of this round, and I did get a little bit more accuracy out of it. I would call it probably 1.5 inches, maybe 1 5/8 inches. So just kind of go over the results here real quick. So if you look at this first sheet right here, this is my first shot at 50 yards. Again, I'm just trying to get sighted in with this different ammo. I actually remounted my scope also before going to the range, just checking everything. Came over here, this is my second shot, and then my third shot. So at this point I said, okay, we're good enough. Let's go to 100 yards and let's see what we get. So made some adjustments, came over here to 100 yards. This is my first shot, first 3 shots at 100 yards. And so as you can see, and I'll kind of push the tape down here, it's actually about, oh gosh, about an 1 1/8 inch, maybe just a hair more. So not too bad. Again, I mentioned earlier that, you know, at my range, it is hard to not go out there and not get a little bit of wind. It was about 8 to 9 miles per hour out there yesterday. So after shooting at this target, I moved over to the Dirty Bird target. As you can see here, I can actually see this a little bit better. In my opinion, I just like the red here on the gray background. It's easier for me to find it with the crosshairs. So first 2 shots right here. The third one, you can see it says pulled. As soon as I shot that, I knew that I pulled it. So I shoot a lot of 22 at 50 yards, shooting 5-shot groups. And folks, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you got 4 shots that are like right on top of each other, I promise you the 5th shot is not gonna be there. So anyhow, I knew I pulled this. I would give you guys the accuracy here. You know, we're at the 3-inch, so you're about 2.5 inches, maybe just a hair less. Again, I pulled it. Next shot was right here. We'll go to 3. Come up over here. You're probably maybe 1.5 inches, maybe just a hair over that. This is my best 3-shot group of the day. As you can see, about right at 1 inch is about where this landed, center to center, maybe just a hair over, maybe 1 1/16 inches. And then my last 3 shots, about 1.5 inches, maybe just a hair underneath. So I'm gonna call it about 1.5 inches, 1 5/8 inches. Again, the 215 grain PowerPoint was 2 1/4. So this is what I'll be taking to the woods this year. And hopefully we can get a deer down on video for you guys and show you the results. But pretty happy with the XP, with the results I got. I have a 44 mag, and I can tell you at 100 yards, you don't get this type of accuracy. And so I've never been really happy with that 44 mag, especially if you go out there and you shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor or 243. You're going to be pretty disappointed with what a 44 mag can do. But fairly happy with the results here. Hopefully we get some more ammo options in the near future. This is a new round. I'm sure Hornady is going to offer something, maybe Remington at some point. But once we get some more ammo options, we'll do some more testing and see what kind of results we can get. All right, appreciate everybody watching. Hopefully this video helped you with making a decision on the 400 Legend. Again, I know information is very limited out there, so I hope by making this video, I can shine a little bit of light on this new round. Hopefully we'll get a deer down this year. We're about a month away from the start of Indiana's firearms season, so I will be putting out another video if we can harvest a deer with it. And so, stay tuned and we'll see if we can't get a deer down, and I'll let you know what kind of performance I was able to deliver. Thanks for watching.